My name is Mike, and welcome to Mad River Outdoors. We're back up on the property today. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by and checking it out. This is a 5-acre rehab that we bought at a tax auction. Well, we got it before it went to tax auction, but needless to say, it was in the process. So we're in the process of trying to rehab it. So the condition that you can see is where we are at right now. I put sawdust at various spots around the camp so that I could try to track where mice are coming in. Out of all the areas that I put sawdust, this is the one that seems to be showing the most activity. And I'm trying to figure out why the peanut butter and cheese continue to get eaten off the mouse traps without the mouse traps actually catching any mice. One of the things that I saw in one of the videos was that you should use hot glue to basically glue a piece of cereal or something hard, dog food, cat food, something along those lines, where the mouse is forced to go up and try to pull on the piece of food, which thereby triggers the trap. Unfortunately, being up here today as we are, I don't have the ability to get a hot glue gun, and I certainly don't have one up here. So I'm gonna use caulk. It's a very goofy scenario, but we don't have a lot of choices, and this is what I got today, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. So I have no idea if this is gonna work or not, but again, I don't have the ability to get any glue gun here now today, so I'm doing what I got. I'm doing what I can with what I got. And I'll be here all day, so this will dry with the kibble on it. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the trap, I put a piece of caulk right there, or a dab of caulk rather, and I'm taking the piece of kibble and I'm sticking it on top of the caulk so it'll dry in there like that. Alright, so I got all 5 traps set, ready to go. I'm going to let these dry, let the caulk harden, and then we'll go and disperse them throughout the camp and go from there. And I also got 4 new bait traps, the glue traps. I don't like using these. I feel like it's very inhumane, but it's me against the mice at this point, so I gotta do what I gotta do. So let's go ahead and get started ripping this wall out so we can try to figure out where these mice are coming in and at least try to get that part squared away. Never ends. Oh, they did wire cap it. Well, that's nice. I was following this down here and starting to look at this hole in the wall. That hole goes directly outside. I'm not sure what he's got covering it, and it seems like maybe there's a cavity that goes down into the basement. I'm going to take that piece of white insulation right there and stuff that into that hole and see where that gets me and if there's any movement at all from there. So that hole right there was covered up with a piece of sheetrock. I believe it was an original hole for the pellet stove vent, and they probably couldn't get it to work, so they moved it forward a couple of feet and put it there instead. That makes the most sense. I was able to find this piece of plywood. Let's go outside and get it screwed on. Couldn't make this stuff up if you tried. So we're gonna caulk this now so the rain doesn't hit this, go in between on the T111 grooves. Hopefully we can get some caulk out of here. Yes, I realized I had my mask on. It was silly. Just trying to fill those gaps in the bottom where the T111 has the slots in it, like up here. So you're not going to get any rain, but you'll get wind and cold air and bugs. This problem's completed. Let's go back inside and we're going to put the insulation in the cavity now. And then we're going to put it nice and neat so we can tell if the mice are coming in and out of there. And then we can also cover it up on the inside as well. Water's dripping down and it's coming to this crease point and then flooding this corner. So no matter what, the problem is always going to be the roof. So we got to get that squared away. Looks like he's got Durarock behind the stove here. So this bottom section should be Durarock, and I believe the top section is just straight up sheetrock. So hopefully that's the case. We also have some black mold starting underneath this window, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this piece of sheetrock out as well, see what's behind there, and try to get a better understanding of why there's black mold in this area as well. Alright, so from the looks of it, I have no idea why that was wet. My only assumption is that perhaps there's water dripping in from somewhere over here, and it looks like maybe it got onto the floor, and then the sheetrock got wet, and then consequently the mold started to set in. Let's get this swept up. So while we were waiting for the original painter to come back, I contacted another painter that I knew, and he gave me a really great price. We finally got the front painted. The whole camp is painted. It looks so good. I'm so happy with it. Look at that. That looks much better than it did. Wow. Just so happy. Look at how awesome that looks. I'm just so happy with it. Thanks for taking the time to check out my channel today and see where I've come since I started this process like 3 months ago, back in the middle of June. I really appreciate you taking the time to come on this adventure with me. I hope you'll return next week for the next episode. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment if you got something to say. I'd really love to hear from the viewers. Thank you for your time watching my video. Have a great one.